Greetings everyone, Rackhamdar here, bringing another Legends of Runeterra video, and today I got a new deck list to share with you guys, and that is none other than Best Waifu, Lux, and Thresh. This deck is something that I have been enjoying quite a lot lately. I didn't really think it would be so fun. I'm going to be completely honest. It was a pretty interesting deck, inspired heavily by Mogwai, if you'll... Who would have guessed, right? Many of the decks that I enjoy playing are inspired by his creations, as he does create a lot of variety on his channel, and some of the more fun and interesting ones often come from him. And so this is one of them, one of his more popular, or not more popular, but this is one of his like kind of biggest kind of contributions to Legends of Runeterra in terms of very iconic decks. This was a deck that nobody really thought of until Mogwai created it, and so basically this is a Lux deck, a beacon of light, because we're going to be showering our opponents with friendship and high-powered lasers of light. So let's go ahead and jump into the deck real quick here. Basically, as the deck suggests, we are going to be playing Lux. This is one of the champions in League of Legends, obviously. You know, if you've been around the block a little bit, you would know. But Lux is a really awesome and interesting champion card. 6 mana card, so pretty expensive, and the stat line is a little bit less for like some of the other champions. I guess not quite so much. There's some, I guess Hecarim's a 5/5, so I mean, it's not too bad. But whenever Lux levels up, we get some insane value out of her as a card. Whenever you cast 6+ mana of spells, you level up and create a Final Spark. Final Spark is a very interesting spell that has Overwhelm attached to it. It's the only spell with the Overwhelm keyword. And one of the only spells that I feel like has a keyword. I don't really think many of them have keywords. I think that would be really interesting to see a spell with keywords in the future. I think that could be really interesting and make some of them feel a little bit more kind of dynamic and fun. But this is one of the few spells that does have a keyword attached to it, being Overwhelmed. So if our opponent has a difference in life, or a difference in health compared to our damage, we're dealing 4 damage, then the rest gets dealt to the enemy nexus. And then of course, if our opponent has somehow kills the unit, or maybe we kill the unit with something else, it'll deal 4 to the enemy nexus. So Glimpse Beyond gets heavily punished by this deck. But the unfortunate thing is we can't deal it to face. We have to target an enemy unit, so that can sometimes be a problem. Our opponent will be trying to oftentimes not play any units if we have the ability to place Final Spark. So sometimes that they'll just end up being discarded because they are fleeting. But for the most part, you know, it does prevent our opponent from... It does make our opponent scared. They don't often want to play into Final Sparks. And then the rest of the deck is really to support Lux, and we actually have a real support champion. Thresh is a support champion in League of Legends, and a really good one at that, and he actually plays out his role fairly well with this deck, and we will be using him to support our Lux. Basically, whenever he sees 6 allies die, we will level him up, and when he's leveled up, the first time he attacks, he pulls a champion from our deck. So basically a free search for our champion. The enemy champion will be attacking, or not the enemy, but the champion he pulls will be attacking. But thanks to Lux coming in with a barrier, this actually doesn't really cause too many problems when it comes to summoning her from the deck using Thresh. And this is a really great way to get multiple Luxes on the field as well. That's going to be another really important aspect of playing this deck, is being able to get Luxes at multiple copies, because if you get a leveled up Lux on the field, it generates double the Final Spark. So if you cast 6+ mana with 2 Luxes that are leveled up, It has to be leveled up. The initial one does not generate 2 final sparks on level up, but after the level up happens, you will get multiple final sparks for your mana at 6+. And that can be really powerful. There's definitely a lot of games where pulling a couple of Luxes with Thresh, or summoning a Lux and then pulling it out with Thresh, or even just using something like the Rekindler, having double Lux on the field is a very threatening thing for your opponent, and really makes them have to find a way to deal with it, because if you don't, you just get blasting away. Lux will unleash all of her power and just annihilate our opponent with the final spark laser beams. And then the rest of the deck has a lot of the Shadow Isles package with some solid Demacia support. Really standard, powerful Demacia cards. I mean, single combat is one of the best cards in the entire game, so we're going to be running that. Purify at a single copy, because this really does come in handy with a lot of decks nowadays. There's a lot of really problematic units that we can deal with. They Who Endure was very popular when I was playing this deck on ladder. You'll see that in some of the gameplay that I have for this video. And I would consider running maybe 2 of these if you're seeing a lot of that. They Who Endure is a really popular deck, at least upon recording. So maybe if you're seeing that, you can put more in. We do have 2 Withering Wail as more defensive options for decks that like to spread out wide. And then we finish things off with a Vengeance and the most broken card in the game, Unyielding Spirit. If we put this on a Lux, then our opponent basically has to hit the surrender button, because there's very few ways to deal with that. If our opponent's playing Ionia, that's literally the only thing that they can do, is to play a Will of Ionia on our Lux. But Unyielding Spirit is really insane, very powerful card, and it generates a final spark / instantly levels up Lux. So you just get a ton of value out of this. I don't think you want to run more than 1 copy, to be honest, because you do want this later in the game when our opponent has more resources to threaten our Lux. But I wouldn't, maybe a 2 of even, because this can definitely come and play. And especially if you're playing against a lot of decks that are doing the pilfering goods that steals cards from our deck. I had a game that I got a little tilted at. They stole our Unyielding Spirit. I did win that game though. You'll see the tilt happen when you see the video clip. It's I got tilted and I made a misplay because of the tilt, but then I managed to bring it back, and that was a really exciting game. But sometimes our opponent will steal this with those pilfering good decks, so that can be a little frustrating. But if we manage to, it's still just probably good as a 1 copy. But it puts in a ton of work. Once Lux is unkillable, like I said, there's very few ways our opponent can deal with that. And that's pretty much it for the deck. Like I said, this is a really fun deck to play. I was really surprised about how much fun I was having, and I might actually use this to climb. I did find out, I think, actually, if I go back here real quick, I can show you the message as well, because I do remember this message. I got the patch notes message here recently. I guess it's not going to load, but basically the current season is about to end soon, and so because of that, I do want to start. I will be putting the grind on. As you can see here, June 23rd at 9 AM is the end of the season, and that's actually right around the corner. So there's a lot of grind for me to happen. I do want to try to get back to Masters before that ends, and this will likely be one of the decks that I climb with, because I did enjoy it quite a lot. If you want to see that climb live, be sure to follow me on twitch.tv/Rackhamdar. I will be streaming most, if not all, of the actual climb, and then I will be posting a few videos here or there as I climb my way back into Masters. But anyway, that's going to be it for the video, or for this introduction. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. YouTube likes it when you press its buttons, so please press the buttons. And then if you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you'll be notified when the next video goes live. That's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the clips, and I'll see you in the next one. Later. This hand's not great. Okay, got a little better.
What does he want from me?
Ooh, I like. That's a good drop that we picked up. Hey, we got another one drop.
Come closer. I don't bite. You won't suffer long.
We'll keep this guy. Oh.
You dare!
I guess I didn't. Does this deck even play Ravenous Butcher? The normal one? As far as I know. It does? What? Since when? Okay, I guess we'll have to keep this page open. Make sure we're playing around that. Alright, we got 3 mana. I think we'll just throw it down. He gave it to us, let's use it. So is this 4? It's going for a really fast Callista level up here. Oh, I should have killed this guy. That was a misplay. Wish we had single combat. But we're getting a lot of value out of this Warden Spray. Okay. So...
Just leave me alone!
Okay.
We must all make sacrifices.
They must all pay the price. Okay, this could be very scary. Pick up the back-to-back. We got 5 mana. We're kind of in this weird predicament where we can't really... I'm actually cool with that. I do want to drop the Radiant Guardian.
Nest, hatch, feed.
I fight for the fallen!
So this will, or Callista here should pull the...
Stay back!
I'm not gonna let the draw happen. I can't.
So young.
Alright, so... he had another Callista. Damn.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Confine and contain.
You don't know what you're doing. Into battle with hearts aglow.
Okay.
Hold back the darkness.
You'll go no farther.
Shine with me. I've been hiding my light too long.
I mean, sure.
Contain magic.
Okay. I'm not gonna kill this just yet until I see a little bit more, get a little bit more information on his hand. Because if he top decks Callista,
I pull the strings.
if he top decked the Callista, then that's really, really bad. Okay. He's got 2 cards in hand. We have a lot of mana here to work with. I think we'll open with this because he's got only 2 cards. Okay, yeah, that's not good. We don't have a way to deal with Atrocity here.
A beacon through the dark.
Okay. Whew. I was gonna say.
There you are.
Let's brighten up their day. Come, stay a while. What's your hurry? choice. Going to the light. We can do this.
Okay. Whew. No atrocity.
We each died, then found home.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
Come to the light.
The grove follows.
Let's brighten up their day.
Let's go. That should be GG. I mean, what do you got? You got no cards in hand. There's nothing you can do.
Would it help if I apologized?
You don't need to apologize. Let's blast them. Another Callista Spider Endure deck. Endure Spiders is really popular right now. Keeping a Vengeance might actually be worth it. This is a combo piece, so we don't need it. Keeping Thresh is considerable. Might just do a full mulligan. Vengeance helps against the Endure, though. It's really solid. We can... We'll keep it, we'll keep it. That's greedy, but we'll keep it. Okay. I think for this line of play we go for the Remembrance.
I know what lurks in the
Our
shadows.
hand here is very much suited to the Remembrance play.
Slither out from the darkness.
Okay. Alright. You have 0 mana. Oh, he's thinking about the Butcher. This tells me he has the Butcher in hand. There's no way. Like, if you're not doing anything else, that's what you gotta be thinking about. Nice, that's a good one. Really solid. Cool.
Right out.
Oh. Didn't think about that one.
Struggle. Now enjoy it.
Did not think about that one, right there. Lol, he got that one buff.
Smooth as silk.
Alright. So that's unfortunate because we don't have... We actually don't even have a play. So we're taking a lot of damage here. Ooh, unyielding spirits. I want that on the Lux. Does he have another Elise? Yeah. Add another Elise. No! Damn it. Maybe I should have just single combat. If I add 5 mana, I have 6. And I could have done this. Yeah, we shouldn't have played the Withering Wail. That was super risky. That was a misplay. Damn. I got greedy for that, like, that board wipe. I should have saved mana for that Concerted Strike, man. We misplayed. These two are pretty good combos. I think keeping these two are fine, and then we'll drop the rest.
The chains, they never stop! I gotta get out of here! Just leave me alone!
Okay, we got a pretty good one. Part of me wants to play the Curse Keeper here, but it's very risky because he could have the 2-drop that gives vulnerable.
Fuse is lit!
I think we'll just play this guy. This is a pretty good card. Ooh. That's not a good trade.
What does he want from me?
I think he might have picked this from the Warden Spray.
I wanna go home!
We'll just trade this again. Ooh. That's a really good pull. turn 4. See if he's got anything. Got nothing. See if he'll give me the... I want to keep this for like a potential misfortune, or not misfortune, but like there's a lot of stuff this can block with 3 attacks, so we'll hold on to it. Okay. Yeah, there's a Vile Feast. Cursed Keeper. Double Cursed Keeper.
Back where they belong.
Okay. We need something that can't be killed by Vile Feast. I like this spell a lot. This is such a good spell. Glimpse. I might have been a bit too kind of aggressive there. Might have had the ability to... He's got 7 mana, so he does have Vengeance. I might just open attack here. Part of me wants to like buff these two. Well, let it go.
Justice will be served!
That egg, did it move?
Right, I like that. I like the rekindler.
So many years, so much misery. We can do this!
We can do this! Alright. Going super hard here.
You will be scoured from this land!
Let's go for it. Pretty good top deck there. Challenger.
Get bloody, get paid.
No more holding back!
See what else he's gonna do. Goes for a pass.
Banish the unworthy!
Into battle with hearts aglow!
We'll keep her healthy for now. Because he does have vulnerable on her. So I think it's fine. Grasp of the Undying. So this will deal 2 damage. I'd say that's a pretty good trade. What is her? She's at 2 out of 6, so this will actually level her up, which is pretty nice.
Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Ooh. Just keep picking them off, one by one. Our Lux hasn't died yet, so Rekindler actually doesn't give us anything. Ooh. Gonna go for damage. This is neat. He's like 100% going to kill Lux now. So I want to have full spell mana for round 10. We can Rekindler and back to back. Rekindler plus back to back. That was a pretty solid line of play in which he used the Challenger to kill his unit, so my final spark wouldn't kill it.
For justice and all things right.
And that'll give us the kill with the final spark. Yeah, let's go.
Would it help if I apologize?
We can keep the Thresh, I think. Yeah, that's not good. Certainly not good. I like that though. Against the Heimerdinger deck, Withering Wail is pretty nice to see. Oh, I like that too.
Rain from a cloudless sky.
I was actually gonna just straight up play that.
Grasping claws.
Alright, we can go ahead with our Remembrance play. Oh, you could deny this. That might be completely forgot. So yeah, this is actually the new Scout, the Great Horn Companion. It's a 5 mana 5/5 with Scout, and it's actually a really good pull from Remembrance now. I like seeing this. We can attack twice.
You act, but do not see.
He's going to go that hard. That is a lot of resources for that little dude. I am completely okay with how that played out.
I walk my path alone.
Okay. Draw a unit if an ally died this round. I could play this. I don't think it's worth it.
Tread lightly, strike hard.
Just pass. See if he actually goes for... If he goes for Heimerdinger, that's kind of telling me he has the Mystic Shot. Okay, so he got the Vi instead. Understandable. I mean, Vi's probably going to kill me anyway, so I might as well get rid of the elusive. I can't let this stick around. He's going to Mystic Shot for sure. Yeah. Let's grab that. It's going to be a painful hit.
Silent as death. Let the light guide you. Headed in.
Just trying to pump up the Vi.
This is my choice.
I mean, I can block, you know. You know I can still block that, right? That was kind of weird. Deny is certainly a scary possibility here. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, Will of Ionia. Oh wow, that sucks.
The sun is shining. We should too.
Concerted strike. I like seeing that.
Oh, fresh soil. Answers, I have them.
There's nowhere to hide.
He could have a thermo beam here, which would be kind of scary. But we have the withering whale, which I'm okay with. Oh, man.
For justice and all things
Yes, you.
I figured he would have something like that. I figured he would have something like that. Here we go. That's GG.
Added to the bug list.
And denying that lifesteal twice.
is to never give up.
Denying that lifesteal twice. Oh man. So we are playing against Quinn Misfortune. So I could keep the Remembrance here as like to have like a option, because right now we don't have any. So I think keeping something for round 3 is pretty safe. Okay. Cool with this. Purify. This could come in handy just a little bit. Clearing out the... Oh. Okay. I guess that is a thing. I could purify that. I'm gonna... let him fuel my Thresh. Only got 1 mana. He can safely play stuff. Alright, so this should be interesting. You could get pilts. You could get
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
This is tough. Because I do have the ability to deal with this Quinn. But I think we can... I don't think he can handle the Thresh. Like, what are the scare cards at 3 mana? Single combat, but none of these kill Thresh. Single combat. Bilge Rotter doesn't really have anything that deals that much damage, so... I'm gonna go ahead and play Thresh. This will, like, super fuel my own Thresh.
Scouting ahead.
I don't know if you want to do that. Okay. I'll go ahead and block one of them. Actually, I'll block both of them.
Just leave me alone!
Yeah, this is gonna pretty much level up Thresh. 4 out of 6. This one's gonna die. Nice. If we play this guy, we'll have 5 mana, so I think I'm gonna play this Cursed Keeper. And then I want to see if he plays something. I think this will actually kill both of these monkeys and whatever he summons. Like, I think this, because it does say enemy that was summoned this round, so I do believe these will count. Yeah, that'll kill him. That will indeed kill them. Is that something I want to try and do? Or do I want to go for something else? Let's do it. He could have the Unyielding Spirit. It's a little bit scary. If he puts that on Quinn. Because I want the 4 damage so I can challenge the Quinn. So he's got a lot of mana here. I'm really curious how he intends to play this one out.
The sun is shining. We should too.
Kind of sad I didn't get a chance to play Lux before going for this, so that I could have more than one Lux, but I'm cool with how it's playing out. Misfortune. Alright, so we do have the Rekindler, nice. That'll work on Thresh, I believe.
Nagakaburos guide us.
Let's do this. Didn't think about that one. So these two will scout. I think we can do... Let it go through. I should have still played this, because then I could have got my... Oh no, he gets to go first. Yeah, he gets to go first. See, what do you got? What do you got? What's your response, my guy? This should level Lux. And this will give initiative back to me. Okay. Oh.
Hell of a day.
Going somewhere.
All right.
Return to us.
There we go. GG.
Did we win?
You bet we did. You bet we did.